Hey guys, how you doing? I thought I'd just do this little video on my journey to £1 million. 005, chapter 5, episode 5, where I'm talking about the laws of money, because this is just an amazing journey I've been on, and I am learning so much and applying quite a lot. Actually, I want to start with an article that I saw recently on Forbes, where it was talking about the fact that the 8 richest people in the world have the same wealth. When you look at the 8 big billionaires, I think Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Carlos Helu, and all them guys, if you combine all their money, they have the same or even more amount of money than the 50%, the 50% of the poorest people in the world, so the bottom half of the world population put together. This was incredible. I think Forbes just left it like that, and many people were complaining, saying, wow, this is injustice and everything like that. And it is, everything in you as a person kind of like reacts badly to that, saying, why are just so few people having so much and so many people having so little? Why do the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer? And this is so poignant in my own community. I am a black man. The black community, we seem to be getting poorer, en masse. There's a few individuals, yes, who have making money, but very many of us are not. I'm an African. Africa as a whole is in darkness when it comes to money. Poverty has got us by the nipples, and it's like twisting us. Poverty really has our continent, but even more specifically, I'm from Zimbabwe, and it's like that. There's a massive gap in wealth and poverty, and it's everything in me. The good person in me is trying to to say, wow, poor people deserve to have the money. But when I take a time to think about it and actually take sentiment and emotion out of it, I realize the truth about money. And this is that money is not sentimental, money is not emotional, money is almost very and painfully logical. Money is painfully logical. So this is where I came across the laws of money. And I realized that people who have money, billionaires, multimillionaires, people who seem to be accumulating money, they understand these laws. They understand these laws of money. And we, poor people, kind of just don't, and we stay on the side of being spenders of money and wasters of money. So what ends up happening is that the money flows from us to them all the time, because we don't understand the laws of money. So instead of vilifying, and I know that politically it's a very convenient stand to take, where certain politicians and certain political parties can then stand on the resentment of the poor and say, hey, poor people, you back us, and we will go with pitchforks and go take the money from the billionaires and give it to you. Kind of like socialism, communism and everything. But unfortunately, that's why there are no successful communist states and there are no successful socialists, because it doesn't work, and it goes against the grain, the principles of the universe, the laws of money. So, I wrote a nice little article, so make sure you read it. It'll come with this video, but you can go to my page, Rick Matsoko Terry, and read it. So really what I want to discuss on this video a little bit more is the laws of money themselves. Number 1, the first law of money is that money must be retained. There's so many of us who think that money should be spent or money should leave us the minute it comes. And I won't say spent because that's another law. But yeah, money is meant to be retained. Really, when you look at money, you should learn to look at money as a tool. If you think money is going to be the thing that will solve all your problems in life, then you're in trouble. But if you look at money in a detached way, if money comes to you if you look at it in a bit of a detached way, simply as a tool to help you accomplish the goal and the purpose that you are on this earth for, then you will just kind of you will be separated from the emotional baggage that comes with money, and then you become the lord of money in your life. Money is no longer your lord. And when it's a tool, money works amazingly. But as a master, money is horrible. Law number 2, money is not meant to be spent, but it is meant to be saved. And I'm going to say for investment, because if you just say saved, a lot of people maybe just, it's not just simply saving. You save so that you can invest it. Fools waste money. Mediocre people spend money, but wise people invest money. So money is not meant to be spent. It is meant to be saved for investment. I know everything you've been told, then money is meant to be spent, money is meant to be spent. That's something that the rich want you to think so that you keep giving it back to them. Yeah, that's the truth. The world wants you to keep spending your money so that you keep giving it back to them. Anyway, law number 3. Law number 3 is that never spend money on what you can do without. It's a really big one for me. Never spend money on what you can do without. Have you ever noticed that maybe it's a week to payday and you're kind of just like, you have no money in your bank and you're like, oh, money, come, money. But even the day before payday, you now have already started thinking about all the different things that you're going to spend your money on. That is not good. There has to come a discipline that makes you say that, hey, do I really need this? Can I do without it? Because if you find that you can do without it, go for as long as you can without buying that thing. I found this with many things, and when I applied this, my budget started looking better. Before, when I just used to just obey, this thing, just spend, I found that my budget never balanced. I never had money left over, no matter how much I got paid. But now that I understand this law, and I'm trying not to spend money on things I do without. Hey, I'm a journey. That's why this video blog is called A Journey to $1 Million. I'm on a journey. I still spend money on some things I can do without, but it's much less than it used to be. And I am actually starting to be in the blue now with my money and not in the red. Make sure you do that. The law of money number 4. Never eat tomorrow's bread today. Here in the West, I live in the UK, so I analyze people in the West, in the UK, in America, in Australia, in Canada, Europe. We have this thing where we just spend tomorrow's money today. We want things quickly. We want things fast. We want instant gratification. We want that car now. We want to drive that car now. We want to live in that big house now before we can even afford it. So we end up buying a house that is selling off 30 years of our own lives today. So for the next 30 years, you can't do anything except go to work so that you can pay off that mortgage for that house. You didn't really have to do that. You are eating tomorrow's bread today. You are spending your years of tomorrow today. But if you don't do this, if you never eat tomorrow's bread today, if you just say, okay, what do I have in my bank account? Can I afford this thing? Okay, I'll buy it. That means no matter what happens, you still have your most valuable resource, which is time. But here's the worst thing. We are eating our children's bread as well. We are doing it in such a way that we're spending now so that we never leave our kids an inheritance. We never leave our kids anything. And their time, their years of tomorrow are the ones that we are selling off. Eating tomorrow's bread today. We can't do that. And lastly, never obey the dictates of money. Never obey the dictates of money. Money is a horrible master. It's a really good tool, but it's a horrible master, and it will want to leave your hand. Kind of like if you ever watched Lord of the Rings, the ring always wants to go back to its master Sauron. That's what money is like, and money does want to be spent. Have you ever noticed that that payday, for some reason, everything starts coming into your eyes, all these adverts, all these things on online, that you're going online shopping. You're like, oh, but I couldn't afford this yesterday, but now I can. And you're now on there and you're binge shopping and you're binge drinking. Money has dictates to it that it's trying to leave your hand. But if you master it and you don't obey its dictates, life will be better for you. I hope you really enjoyed these laws of money. I'm going to give you 2 practical steps. In the article I wrote with this, I've written them. So write down those 5 laws of money, or you can just replay this video. Write down those 5 laws of money and even memorize them, learn them. And number 2, I encourage you to then go for one. Look for one particular law that you're going to concentrate on, let's say for a month, because even though they're simple, these things go against everything that is ingrained in you, everything that your parents ever taught you, your teachers ever taught you, the system ever taught you, because the system wants your money. Make sure you get those, you get that one law that you're just going to concentrate on, and from that you can just become better and better. Make sure to like this page, make sure to like this article, make sure to like the page, share it if you want some other people to see it, and together we can get our communities out of poverty. This is Rick signing off. Have a good one. Bye guys.